We are waiting and wondering if we're going to get something in terms of the two sides issuing a joint letter, which is what the judge asked them to do 2 weeks ago in her courtroom. So here's where things stand between the SEC and Elon Musk's attorneys. Again, the deadline is today for the two sides to issue a joint letter in terms of what kind of negotiation settlement agreement they might have come to in terms of the communication policy for Elon Musk. Remember, this all goes back to the original agreement that was struck late last year and the beginning of this year about how he will communicate pertinent market-moving information from Tesla. And we're still waiting to see what happens. It could be, guys, as you take a look at the board of Tesla, that ultimately they say we're still discussing things, that they asked the judge for a little bit more time. But again, nothing has been filed at this point. And all of this comes as we eagerly anticipate what we might hear from Tesla next week. Next week's a huge week. On Monday, they have an Autonomous Day analyst and large shareholder event in Northern California. And then we will get Tesla's first quarter earnings on Wednesday afternoon. And those are the two big events next week. It'll be interesting to see whether or not the SEC and Elon Musk's attorneys can work on an agreement prior to that. Guys, back to you.
Phil, you were in the courtroom 2 weeks ago. What was your reading of how the judge would react if they came back asking for more time? Or I mean, he kind of the judge was critical of both sides last time around.
Well, the judge doesn't want to be put in a position where she has to lay down the law and say, well, this is how it's going to be from here on out. She basically said to both sides, come on, sit down, talk this through. Let's see if you two can come to some kind of an agreement here. And if they both said, hey, look, we'd like a couple more weeks to see if we can come to some kind of an agreement, I'm sure the judge would be much happier with that than if they were to issue a joint letter in which they said, look, the other side's not cooperating at all. Then the judge made it clear, look, she'll get involved, but she would rather they put on their reasonableness pants, as she said, and basically work it out on their own.